Hello, in this video we are going to talk about how you can create an assignment in Canvas. To get started, I'm going to refer to you to the Canvas Instructor Guides. The Canvas Instructor Guides are really amazing and contain step-by-step directions on how you can do pretty much anything in Canvas. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the Canvas Instructor Guides for assignments, and then we're going to get started with just a general conversation about the different assignment types that you can create in a course. I'm going to go ahead and open the assignment types Canvas guide, just so you have an idea of what these guides look like. And so there are 5 different assignment types. We can give a discussion, a quiz, external tools, not graded, as well as assignments. So for this video, we're going to look specifically at assignments. We're not going to be talking about discussions or quizzes, but please hang on for a later video on those. So we're just going to be talking about assignments. And an assignment is a Canvas assignment that can be submitted online, that your students can create a video within Canvas, they can do a file upload. You can also have paper entries. So as we think about the next year and what is going back to school look like, and how do you use Canvas in like a blended or fully in-person model. Keep in mind that you can use Canvas for any assignments that you do on paper or even no submission, right? So if there's classwork or maybe you're doing a discussion in class and you want to count that as an assignment in Canvas, you can do that without a submission and still give a grade. You can assign, assignments can be assigned to individual students, groups, or sections. Just a note that if you're interested in PowerSchool Grade Passback, assignments have to be assigned to the entire course in order for Grade Passback to work. So just an FYI, if you assign an assignment to just a few students, the Grade Passback will not happen. So we're going to talk a little bit about the different assignment types, and I have a sample course that we are going to look at. So in this sample course here, I've just created a module, and I have a video lesson, and I have a little bit of independent practice page. And next I want to go in here and create an assignment. And so there's a couple of different ways from your Canvas homepage that you can create assignments. You can, of course, go to your navigation and click on assignments. I like to build everything out in modules. To me, that just makes sense. So I'm going to go to that plus icon, and I'm going to click Add an Assignment, and I'm going to create an assignment. And so I'm going to call this Area Practice. Okay. Click on Add Item. And now it gives me an empty assignment that we go in through the edit button, and we can put our directions in here. So open, this is going to be a PDF. Open the PDF and annotate your answers. Okay, and then how many points we want to give this assignment. So I like things to be worth 100 points. Assignment groups. So when we connect this to our Power Teacher gradebook, it should come in with your assignment groups from your gradebook that you want to make sure you select the assignment group. Whether you want to display the grade as points, if you want this assignment not to count towards their final grade. And then here's the submission type, right? So we're going to go ahead and choose, you can do no submission, you can do online, which will give you all of the different options. So whether you want it to be a text entry box where students type in their response, whether you want a website URL, so maybe you're giving them independent practice to do on Quizlet or another web tool, you can, or they're making something in a Google Doc, you can do a website URL. Media recordings, I like this new one here. This is what I'm going to check, is student annotation. And so student annotation means that students will be able to annotate any type of PDF that I upload. And then file uploads. So maybe you wanted students to go out and take a picture that represents something in their home that talks about what you're learning in school. You could do that file upload and have them choose a picture. I'm going to go into upload file though, and I'm going to grab my PDF. All right. And then one good note here it puts in here for you is that with the new student annotation tool, you might want to do multiple submission types to accommodate students who may not be able to create those annotations, right? So right now, student annotations works on the full size version of Canvas. So whether that's the desktop or Chromebook version of Canvas on the web, it does not work on the mobile device. It cannot be an assignment type. Students can still annotate on the mobile web device, but it doesn't come in as an assignment type for assignments. So maybe for this one, I'm going to allow for student annotation and then maybe also a file upload if they are going to maybe download the PDF and then annotate it somewhere else. Notice that when you check file uploads, you can restrict the file upload types, right? So a lot of times, this is important too if you ever want to do anything for an assignment with pictures, that you want to put that, you know, PNG, so PNG, JPEG, and PDF. Okay, so this means that I'm only going to accept extensions, so it'll give the student a little message if they try to upload something that's not in one of those formats. How many times do you want them to be able to attempt this assignment? Either unlimited or limited, and then how many attempts do you want to give them? I like unlimited because I'm all about showing your growth and learning. You can do a group assignment or peer reviews. Group assignments currently do not support the annotation, just FYI. Whether you want it to sync to your student information system. Again, here's that assign to everyone, that if you want your PowerSchool Sync to work, you need to make sure that is when you create an assignment. When is it going to be due? Right, so we're going to go ahead and make this assignment due in a couple of days. When do you want it to be available from? So you want it to be available from the first day, or do you want it, maybe this is for something for tomorrow, so I don't want my students to see it and be able to complete it before tomorrow. And then, you know, when are you going to leave it available till? You know, so do they have until the end of the grading period to, you know, get this work done, or is there another certain time? And then we click on Save and Publish. And we can always go in to Student View to kind of see how this is going to look for our students. Right? And of course, since I locked it, I need to go in here and leave Student View. Go back and edit that. Now if I go into Student View, there we go. They'll see a button where they start the assignment, and they can either do the file upload or the student annotation is my newest feature here. And so here they'll see the PDF, and they can come up here with the text and write their name. You know, how long they could come in here with drawing or highlighting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3. Right? So what is the area? We know it's our length times width, right? So 7 times 3 1, and maybe I'll do a text box there. So the answer is 21. All right, so as I'm annotating this PDF, Canvas is saving it, and there will be a submit assignment button here at the bottom. And woohoo, we see the confetti because we submitted that assignment. And we can now see our submission details. And we can see that Pam answered the first question but didn't answer the rest of them. So as a teacher, I could go in there and I could leave a comment for Pam as well and ask her to resubmit. I can put the grade in there. I can also be able to return it back to them and say, hey, you didn't complete the rest of this. So, but I think that assignment annotation tool is very handy to have in Canvas, especially as we're thinking about, you know, what does learning look like next year, and having that blend of things that you might do on paper and things that you might do within your Canvas course. The annotation tool creates another layer of being able to accommodate different ways of instructing students. So I love that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to create another type of assignment. So we did a student submission. Let's go in and click on that plus icon next to our module again. We're going to add another assignment. Create assignment. We're going to give it a name. This is going to be maybe a classwork. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add that classwork. So maybe for this one, I am going to make it something that we're going to do in class. So I'm going to go ahead and give it however many points, whatever assignment group. And then our submission type, I'm going to choose on paper, assigned to everyone. Again, when is this due? Maybe this is tomorrow's classwork. And then now I have the ability to go in here on my left side of my navigation for my course and click on grades. And I'll be able to see that classwork unit, and I can just go ahead and put in a grade. If you have, 30 students in your class and you need to go ahead and, fill in grades, you can click on those 3 dots and say set default grade, and then just go in and change the ones that, didn't get that. So maybe if this is just a quick classwork check, you could go in here, set that default grade, and then you can change it as you need to. So that's an easy way to save a little bit of time. One final step that we're going to check on assignments is we are going to go to our assignments menu in the left course navigation. Here you can see the 2 assignments we have created so far. That student annotation with a PDF, and then we also created a classwork assignment. You can certainly go in here and click on the blue plus assignment. The reason why I like to build from the module is that if I create an assignment here, I'm going to have to go back and add it to my module, whereas if I create it in the module, it'll already be in the module it's supposed to be. One thing I did want to point out in the assignments page that is an important step for your assignments if you want grade pass back to work, is that you do need to come in here under the 3 dots next to assignments and import your assignment groups from PowerSchool. If you import those assignment groups, they will populate here, and then you could also move these 2 assignments simply by dragging and dropping them into the correct assignment categories once they come over from PowerSchool. So in PowerSchool, your gradebook categories will come in as assignment groups in Canvas. So that is one important step to take at the beginning of the semester or the year. If you're going to be using Great Passback, is to come under those assignments and import your assignment groups first. And then you're good to go with starting to create assignments, whether you create your assignments from the modules page or whether you come into assignments and create them. So this has been a quick look at how we create assignments in Canvas. Hopefully this has been helpful, and feel free to go back to your guides for Canvas that have the step-by-step instructions for everything you wanted to know about assignments. How do I give extra credit? How do I create rules? How do I attach a rubric? All kinds of great things that you can do with assignments. So feel free to come back to these Canvas guides, and we'll see you in the next video.